All right. Thank you guys for getting on the call tonight. Shout out to you guys for making this commitment to yourself and to your business. Tonight, I wanted to kind of really get back to basics. That's been like the running theme between Summit and uh, Super Saturday and just the whole coach network in an entirety is really getting back to the basics of why you even started. You might be a new coach. You might be a coach that maybe has fallen off and you want to get rekindled back into the business, or you are just ready to continue to push what you've been doing and maybe tweak some things. So this business is super simple. And sometimes we don't make it as easy as it can be. Going to that, the 4 vital behaviors, always, you're going to hear that till I'm blue in the face. The 4 vital behaviors are all you need to make this business work. If you're doing it authentically, inviting people, sharing it, doing the workouts, doing the nutritionals. And the beauty is you don't have to do just one thing. We have a gamut of workouts. We have multiple supplements between Shakeology, between our performance line. So there's something for everyone. You don't have to just be doing one thing, or you don't have to be doing everything, and then your focus is all over the place. So with those, and then personal development, which is usually one of the kind of left off things. People don't always think about the personal development being so key and crucial. But it is honestly, for me, I always tell people if I didn't have Beachbody anymore and this all went away tomorrow, the things that I've learned in personal development, the seminars I've been to, just listening to other entrepreneurs and their personal growth, hands down, have enhanced my life to the umpteenth level that I know whatever I wanted to get into next, I would be able to succeed in. So personal development has helped myself in my growth. It's helped myself being a better dad, being a better husband, a better son, all around better person. So for me, personal development hands down has, I would say, even helped me more than my physical transformation. But it all works hand in hand. That's why it's there. And then the last, which is kind of a newer, is that recognition piece. Recognizing not only your clients, your coaches, but recognizing yourself for your accomplishments. We are kind of taught in society that you want to be humble and you don't want to boast. But recognizing your accomplishments it's important for yourself. It's important to others that can get inspired by you. And it's important so you are always you're showing up. You know that you're hitting goals. You're getting recognized. So recognizing not only others, but recognizing yourself and being proud of your accomplishments. So going through, I was thinking, I just messaged one of our other coaches that had talked about that she loved sharing and loved helping people, but didn't want to sell. So I hear that all the time. Many of you have probably felt that way, that you don't want to be a salesman. You love the products and you would love other people to try the products, but where is that connection at? How do you make that connection work? So I just gave out a scenario that I always think in my mind. When I first started, I was doing P90X before I was even a coach. And just like anything that you love, that you're passionate about, you will tell people about it. simple as that. You're going to share what you love, any of the products you use. I mean, you can just go down the list of the clothes you wear to the shoes you buy to if you play video games or the TV that you have. You love the brand that you have and that you have been accustomed to using. And it's the same thing with Beachbody. You would share that with anybody and not be afraid of it. So when I gave her that scenario, I was saying, so somebody comes to you asking, hey, I see you're doing all this Beachbody stuff and you're doing these workouts and I see you drinking this superfood shake you keep talking about. So what is that? And I gave her the scenario of you went and you told the person what it is. You talked about all the great ingredients, what it's doing for you and everything. And they go and they could do one or two things. They can go to your website, sign up, have you as their coach, and you get a commission. Or they can go to beachbody.com or Team Beachbody, sign up, get assigned to a coach, somebody that they probably don't know. They're getting that commission. And then in turn, they're more than likely going to turn around and ask you how to use the product. What's your best recommendations? How do you feel that they should go about it? So to me, don't you believe that you should get that commission? And just like I had said before on another call, if Walmart or Target or whatever store, Macy's, whatever store you go to, if they had a promotion where, hey, if you refer a couple people here, we'll give you X amount of money off your next purchase or something or another. Do you feel weird about doing that? No, because you're sharing something you love. It can help somebody else. So point blank, that is the business in its entirety. There's different ways to go about it. There's different ways to share it with people or invite people. But all in all, that's exactly what this business is. So going on to the how to share it and how people are doing, social media is obviously a huge part of inviting and sharing what you're doing, what's going on in your life. It doesn't mean that every post you do has to have something about Beachbody, and every post you need to be telling people to join you. Doesn't have to be like that. People will join you because they are attracted to you. They are getting inspired by you. So one of the best ways right now in 2016 in August are live videos, live feeds. That is hands down the best way and the quickest way actually to get people to interact with you. They can actually see you. They know. Sometimes you type something, even in a message, they can take it differently. They might not understand the way you're trying to portray it to them. But if they're sitting there watching you in a live video and you're pouring your heart out like, this has changed my life. If I hadn't been on this, I don't know where I would be at this point in time. I'm so grateful for the community of people I'm around. And then it sharing things that aren't exactly like I said, aren't about Beachbody, just like your life. I know Bryn and Steve talk about their children. That is their part of their life that they are showing with them. They're always talking about different things they're doing with their girls, different events that their girls are in. And people are going to get attracted to that because some people will I heard on a call that people get inspired and they're not necessarily envious of you, but they're just imagining how they would feel like if they were in your position. So sharing yourself, your authentic self, people are going to get inspired by that. So definitely don't be afraid to be you and share you, because that's what people want to see. They don't want to see a cookie cutter. I work out every day. I don't eat fast food, or I always eat 100% clean every day, every meal, because for one, people aren't going to relate to that. It's obviously not true. I don't know many people that can go 100% of the time, always on. And when you share that and really get true, really get down to it, that's what people are going to get attracted to. And part of that going live, I haven't seen it up yet that anybody's posted, but Sean T's speech at Summit was amazing. I keep telling everybody about it because it was so raw and real, and that was like his whole basis was truth, trust, and transparency was all that he really was talking about, and kind of getting he made the analogy about you always hear the saying, don't throw stones in a glass house. And he was just saying, if you're being really truthful and transparent, whatever you're saying, if you feel like you're in a glass house and people are able to look through the camera or through your post and actually see you, are they going to really see the true and real transparent person that is coming through? So I think about that all the time when I'm putting posts out, and since Summit has happened, and I'm like, yeah, I can see where I can improve in that part of my reaching out to people.
Like not tucking in your T-shirt when you're doing country heat.
Hey, that's me. That gotta be true. And rocking my hat, especially because Tyne loves it.
I feel like I probably should get one just to do the workout and post it.
And it's fun. It's just getting rid of all those. There's no preconceived. You don't have to be. You be who you want to be and who you are. That's point blank. The next thing, tracking. This is something, being truthful, transparent. Tracking has been one of the, I would say I've made it hard to do myself. I have not given it 100%. I go in with it hard at different points and then I slack off. But following the leader, listening to top coaches, they all will say, hands down, have some sort of tracking system. If it's a notebook, if it's electronic tracking, I know a lot of coaches are using the Gmail, and then there's I don't know if it's an app or a part of Gmail called Streak. There's different kind of paid versions. I use Automatic CEO. It's, I believe, like $25 a month. And it helps track your customers and has a whole bunch of different features to it. And there's another one called Team Z. So getting that down, definitely making sure you're at events, you are taking notes at events on the calls that you get on. I always hear the top coaches say, smart people take notes. So I've had the same notebook that I'm actually have filled up this past Summit, but I've had this for the 4 years that I've been coaching, and I have to get me a new one now. And I've taken that to all my events, and I need to get better at reviewing my notes. That's another part of that whole tracker note thing that as I said, I'm being honest, I'm going to work on being better at. There's many different business activity trackers. My success partner, Ashton, and her team actually came up with a one that I thought was pretty sweet. I they posted in Team Smash, I believe. And then there's the faithful, like Tyne has, the one that Beachbody has. And it's not a point of having it being the best looking or whatever it is. It honestly is to really just hold yourself accountable and to see what you're doing, if you're actually doing the behaviors that are income producing or going to build your business. Because you can honestly send messages all day long, hundreds of messages, and not really have got to the point of where you are building on or building a relationship and actually having finding a point to where they're going to be able to accept an invitation. So I always tell people I mark down that I've done an invite when I've sent them a third-party tool, because they've got the information. It's not coming from me. I don't have to know every single thing about Shakeology. I don't have to know every single thing about the products and the programs, because Uncle Carl and Jeff Hill, Michael Neiman, that's what they're getting paid the millions of dollars for. They understand that marketing aspect, and they're racking out all these videos for us to use. So my goal is to connect someone with those videos, connect somebody with the information, and then they come to me so I can kind of reaffirm it and show them how to get started. So that's how I look at it. And a lot of times that can paralyze someone when they're just getting started, that have got the most success and need to be at my goal. That's so not true. You don't have to study Shakeology and know everything about it. If you did, then you would have a job on the Shakeology team, and you need to be going around doing calls with Darren. So don't make it that you have to know everything. It's good to know where to find things, though. And that's in the FAQs in the online office. If you have questions or a customer asks you something that you really don't know, I know some people will search Google when you start talking to them and inviting them, and they'll Google search, oh, Shakeology, they're saying there's X amount of iron in it. I'm not certain. All I know that it makes me feel awesome. My wife has lost 60 plus pounds multiple times. I've lost 50 plus pounds. My kids drink it. They feel awesome. It keeps them regular. My son doesn't have to drink Miralax all the time, so he's regular. Like, that's what I share with people, because that's what it's done for me. That's what I know about. I can help you find some information on the iron or the vitamin A or what have you, but that's not what's important to me is how it makes me feel and how it's helping my family out. And I think it could do the same for you. So those are the ways that you can kind of combat objections. And honestly, if somebody's going to continue to throw objections, then they're really thinking about it. They're interested. And they, for one thing, they want to see if you're going to fold, or if you're going to kind of get scared. Like I said, the best thing is to let them know is, I don't know all about that. I can help you find that information, but what I know is X, Y, and Z, your story. And then from there, you're sorting. If they're still not interested or they want to figure out some more information, awesome. I will help you out. But I have X, Y, and Z and the other list of names that I want to help as well. So, and the other thing, our free motivational group. That is another tip that I got from Summit, that a lot of times when someone goes, I can't remember who was saying it. I don't know if it was Miguel. Somebody was saying it, that when they first talk to someone, they're really trying to get them in their motivational group or getting them to like their like page. So then they can start building that relationship with them as well as just in a private message, but they're going to start seeing, hey, I'm in this private group, this cool community of people. I keep seeing them talking about this superfood shake. They're doing these workouts. Everybody's so positive, interactive. And as they're seeing that, then you private message them, building relationship, calling them, whatever your niche is, however you're going to do it. But that's one of the biggest things, giving them the free things, those that accountability. So they don't feel like, oh, you're just trying to sell me something right off the bat. No, you are interested. This is a group that I have. It's a free group, free motivational group that I can add you to. So for our team, it's Fall into Fitness. By all means, you can create your own if you would like. I always recommend starting a like page as well. And that's kind of how, when I first got started, my coach had a big community motivational group. She added me in. And then we just duplicated that, and everybody just started making their own. So by all means, if that's something you want to do and you want to kind of go in a different direction, and if you just want to have males in there, if you just want to have females, it's whatever you want to do. Those are great ways to bring a community of people together, sharing, helping, giving that extra accountability, that motivation, so people can actually really see you. And going live in those groups are awesome. That's something that I want to start doing, and encourage all of you that are in Fall into Fitness to go live. Maybe instead of just posting your sweaty selfie, you get on live for 2 minutes and talk about your workout. What favorite move did you have? Or what's challenging for you? Ask the group if there's a move in that program that was challenging to them, or what they did to overcome X, Y, and Z. And that's how I think we'll get more engagement and more camaraderie built in the Fall into Fitness. Sometimes it can get kind of the mundane. Everybody's taking a sweaty selfie. Everybody's posted about picture of their meal. So just different things that we can do to interact. And by all means, I always tell everybody, those groups are total control groups. They're not mine. They're not Stephanie's. They're not just one coach's. They are all of ours, the same way as our Total Control team page. Those are for everybody to learn, for us to grow. It's not just me in there posting. I try to pull as much information as I can, but I can't pull it all. I know a lot of us are working full time. So if we come together and help the whole community as a whole, then we can only do great things and grow. Next things with getting back to the basics. The leadership ladder that's something. I was just on a call with Tara Carr before I got on this, and understanding the leadership ladder is going to be pivotal. I don't know how to say that. And that's another transparency of me. My grammar is not always on point, and it doesn't bother me. It bothers others, but I'm sorry. I see you down there, Bryn. But definitely, that is the leadership ladder for growing your business is what is key. And sharing that with new coaches as well. Because I know when first got started, a lot of new coaches, we talk about the rank and building. No, I do not want to add. And talk about emerald and getting the diamond, and diamond's where it's at. The leadership ladder, if you're hitting all the rungs on the leadership ladder and understanding the business starter, the team builder, the team leader, and to work up to aspire to be the organizational and executive leader, if that's what you want, that's how you will sustain a profitable business, a structure that you can withstand things. Everybody knows there's ebbs and flows in any kind of business and any kind of endeavor you go through, but that's what's going to be there to sustain it. So that's one of the homework that I would say out of this call. Go look up the leadership ladder and see what you need to be a team builder, a business starter, team builder, and then team leader. And if you, right on your online office, they have a beautiful, in that nice little square in the middle, it says leadership ladder. I think it's the 4th little tab. Click on that and it'll tell you what you did last month and then what you need to reach. And then there's like little bubbles with question mark that you can click on that'll tell you how to reach that next rung. The last thing I wanted to talk about, I posted a link, the 5 love languages. This is important. It's built on for relationships, for couples or finding a relationship, but it's just as important in this business as well, in any kind of walk of life, to understand how people feel loved, how they feel appreciated. So I'm going to ask that everyone take that test and post your top 2 ways that you feel loved and appreciated. I actually just did it, and mine was acts of service and what was it? Was not. Monica just said gift giving, and to my surprise, it was not. And I wonder if at different points it changes, because it was gift giving before, and that was strange to me because gift giving was actually on the bottom at this time. But where was my last one? It emailed me. Oh, it's acts of service and words of affirmation were my top 2. So it's pretty interesting to kind of see that. And for one, when you're starting out, even with clients, customers, it's cool to even have them do it as well, so you know how to recognize people. And also this will help your coaches understand how you feel loved and recognized, and how we can help each other. So take that test tonight and look up the leadership ladders and open up for any questions. Do you have a water bottle, Bryn?